is where the action starts, and our veteran waves the green flag. What a great way to start tonight off, Bob.
As they sail off into turn number one, it's the 18 car of Jared Allison, now at about a 4-car length advantage over Dustin Carter in the 5 as they work down the back straightaway for the first time.
Allison and Carter 1-2. Good battle for third between Robert Gast in the number 12, which will now take the number 3 spot away from pole sitter Donnie Gray. Donnie Gray struggling a little bit after sitting on the pole, but on the move. Jackson Highs in the 388, starting to feel a little bit more comfortable.
All right, as we're working lap number 2, it's still all the number 18 machine of Jared Allison. Dustin Carter, he's the owner of Action Graphics, going topless here tonight, trying to keep his $200 for the feature. Now Carter reeling in your race leader, Jared Allison.
And Dustin Carter, who is very strong here at the Sunshine Nationals, is comfortable in the 5 machine. He gained on him going into 1, but coming out of 2 is where he lost a lot of ground to Allison. Allison loses him again in 3.
He does. Allison looking real good off of turn number 4. He continues to be your race leader. 3 laps are in the books. Good battle now, probably shaping up for that 3rd spot between Cast and Donnie Gray.
Well, Donnie Gray, who slipped back from the start, actually found the rear deck lid of the 12 of Gast, and again, he has struggled as well, so some drivers can make strides, and then all of a sudden they take 3 steps backwards. We're coming to halfway.
Absolutely, Rick, as they come off of 4. Jared Allison building up his lead over Dustin Carter now. He's probably got about a half a straightaway on Carter. Running in the 3rd spot is Cast. Donnie Gray in the 3rd. Jackson Heiss is in a battle with Mikey Kopke. Kopke in the 1A machine trying to reel in the Jackson Heiss machine.
And now 4 cars basically under a blanket for the number 3 spot. That'll mean starting spots in the feature. The further up you finish, the further up you're going to start in the main event. Highs will work on Gas now in turn number 1. He'll come up a little bit short. Very impressed with the top 2 as both Allison and Mitchell have just pulled away from 3rd place. The 19 now of Gray, who finally got back to 3rd.
Yeah, absolutely, Rick. And it looks like Dustin Carter may be gaining a little bit on your leader, trying to close the gap. He's only got a mile to get it done. Carter now within about 7-8 car lengths as they work off of 2 and down the back straightaway.
Dustin Carter again coming up short. Gray all by himself. Highs will now battle with Gas for the number 4 spot. As Highs has the preferred line, Cast has the high side momentum. White flag in the air from Wild Child. 1 more lap to go. Looks like right now the way they are running, it's going to be the way they're going to finish.
Absolutely, as they work for the final time down the back straightaway. Jared Allison with about a 4-car length advantage now. Carter throwing it in there, trying to make a run on Allison for no avail. Ladies and gentlemen, Jared Allison, your heat race number 1 winner.
We're about to see the green flag out. Green flag is out, and we are underway for heat race number 2 for the 602 late model.
Working their way into turn number 1, it's the young Trey Mills, 12 years old, on the hammer at the start. He's got about a 4-car length advantage as they sail off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway for the first time.
Through turns 3 and 4 for the first time under green flag conditions, it is still going to be Trey Mills holding strong over Sean Babcock. But if we go up to that 3rd position, we will see car 17 right now. That is Brendan Smith moving up to P3 as the rest of the field works their way to turn 1.
Brendan Smith looked like he got a good hot rod. He's going to try to work on the inside of Babcock. That would be for the number 2 spot. As young Brendan Smith now working the bottom. He's got Sean Babcock on the high side. Nobody's got anything for Trey Mills as of yet. We got 2 in the books.
And they go down the front straightaway into turns 1 and 2. Side-by-side action between the 2 drivers of Babcock and as well as the 17 of Brandon Smith as they go down the back straightaway into turn 3. Still side-by-side racing.
All right, could have a battle shaping up for the 4th spot. That would be the Dusty Sparkman machine in 007 and Devin Walker, the 55. Right now, Brendan Smith up to the number 2 spot.
Picked up that spot coming out of turn 4. Now tries to pull away. He picked it up by about 4 car lengths as the 0-2 of Sean Babcock struggling out of turn number 2. This could be the opportunity for the 007 of Dusty Sparkman to make some moves, as we also see car 55 of Devin Walker coming through turn 3 and 4. 3-car battle for 3rd position.
As we work lap number 4, Trey Mills a straightaway plus lead over Brendan Smith. Smith settled down there in the 2nd spot. Now Dusty Sparkman on the inside trying to take over that 3rd spot as it's horsepower down the back straightaway for that 3rd spot.
Into turn 3 they'll go. We see the 0-2 of Sean Babcock power it into turns 3 and 4, but Dusty Sparkman's not done yet. To the inside off of turn 4. They'll still stay side by side as Sparkman gives way as they go into 1.
It's still Sean Babcock. Now not anymore though as Dusty Sparkman takes over that 3rd spot. It'll be 2 to go this time by for Trey Mills as the battle now for the 4th spot. Give it to the 12 of the 02 of, Sean Babcock.
As you go a little bit further back, the battle for 5th position starting to rage on between the 55 of Devin Welker and that 31 of Donnie Birdwell. Birdwell will take that spot as the 21D of Lenny Dahlman will try to take that spot. He can't quite get to it. White flag in the air.
Donnie Birdwell with a good run going here tonight in that 31 machine as he works his way through 3 and 4, trying to get a couple more cars. That'll be good for starting spots. Final time off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Off of turn number 4. Trey Mills, your race leader, into some lap traffic. Checkered flag flies.
Turn number 3, Wild Child looks him over. 20 laps the distance. First feature event of the evening. It'll be Brendan Smith at 17, Dustin Carter at 5. Perfect start across the line, advantage to Carter in lap number 1, turn number 1.
Dustin Carter on the outside leads Brendan Smith off of turn number 2. Carter trying to check out. Here comes young Trey Mills on the bottom trying to take over that 3rd spot.
Mills to the inside, battle for 3rd with the size machine, and here comes the 007 of Dusty Sparkman. He'll take over 4th. Sparkman on the move, and there is trouble on the 18 of Allison. Allison way off the pace, and one of the favorites is going to fall out early. He's got trouble.
Jared Allison could have a right rear flat tire possibly or something in the suspension. We got one going around there.
And that's caution, I believe, the 72 machine.
And we are back under green as Carter pulls the trigger off of 4.
Everybody in hot pursuit. Trey Mills will take the number 2 spot away from Brendan Smith. Mills to the outside. Smith will try and answer back. Gray in the number 4 spot has now secured that position as they're 2x2 behind the 4th position car. How about Carter leading the way early here?
As they work off of turn number 4. Top 3 single file, top 4 single file. Great battle right now for that 5th spot. The 007 of Dusty Sparkman as he's trying to work toward the front. Sparkman on the bottom, made contact with Birdwell, and around goes Donnie Birdwell, bringing Mikey Kopke along with him. So green flag back in the air. Carter on a hammer down the front straightaway. Battle for 2nd, giving the Mills into turn number 1.
And Sparkman's going to go to work right away for the number 3 spot, but he's going to get sidestepped. Gast will be the meat in the sandwich between Gray and Sparkman. How about Robert Gast in the 12, who got his spot back, was declared to spin to avoid, and right now takes 4th away from Gray.
Gast with a good run going, so is Dustin Carter. Carter with about a 4-car length advantage of the Mills. Another 5 back to Smith, then you got Gast in the 12 car. Now moving up to the 5th spot is the Donnie Gray machine. Haven't really talked about that 19. Donnie in the 5th spot.
So now here comes the Mickey Kopka in the 1, 2, or 12, if you will. Going to work on the inside of turn number 4. Gray holding off Sparkman. Kopka, and now Jackson Heiss starting to come to life.
Jackson Heiss started almost shotgun in the field. He's got by at least a half a dozen cars trying to work his way toward the front. Meanwhile, out front, Dustin Carter as Trey Mills starting to reel in your race leader. Trey Mills within a car length as they head off into 1.
Trey Mills is stalking his prey, the 12-year-old going after the veteran Dustin Carter. He'll follow in the footsteps down the backstretch. 5 of 20 are in the books. We're a quarter of the way through this event. Young Trey Mills is getting a very good lesson by the 5 machine. Follow me in the footsteps and then make the move on your own.
Absolutely. Carter hanging on. Carter knows he's got company. Don't count Brendan Smith out in that 17 SS as he's in that 3rd spot. Gast in the 4th. And again, Donnie Gray, Mikey Kopke right now hanging on to the 6th spot as Trey Mills works to the bottom. No, that was Carter going by a lot.
That is correct, and that is Donnie Birdwell who's got problems. The 31 machine a little off the pace, and it looks like Donnie does not have the repairs made. He'll make the ill-fated right-hand turn and go back to the pit area.
So Dustin Carter stretching that lead out over Trey Mills. Brendan Smith reeling in Mills. That would be for the 2nd spot as we're working lap number 9 this time by.
Brendan Smith starting to get comfortable, getting in a rhythm, going after the 14 of Mills. And I saw Mills sawing on the steering wheel a little bit over in 1 and 2. I'm wondering if the handling maybe is going away.
Oh,
and
Dustin
big trouble
Carter,
on your leader.
The motor blew. Dustin Carter, unfortunate incidents off of turn number 4. Carter going to go to
wow,
the pits.
and he's not going to make it back to the pits, I don't think.
Trey Mills has given up the lead to Brendan Smith as Trey Mills could not get around the lap car. We are under caution.
We're coming out of turn number 4 for the green flag. 602's back underway.
leads him off of turn number 2. Brendan Smith in second. Here comes a hard charging Kopke.
Him and Gas side by side for the number 3 spot. That's a podium finish. And Mickey will just make the pass like it was nothing.
So that is Mikey Kopke. Kopke has got a feature win already. Mikey now working on the inside of Brendan Smith for the second spot. Kopke trying to crack the top 2. Trey Mills is your leader.
And Gas now will get sidestepped by Donnie Gray. So all of a sudden, Robert Gas to the 12. Everything has went away handling-wise. That car starting to free fall through the field. Jackson Hayes will go by him. Sparkman will be next on the hit list of the 12 car. And Mills isn't exactly pulling away from Smith yet.
It's going to be lap number 12 in the books. Trey Mills, your leader, by about 6 car lengths over Brendan Smith. Kopke had a good restart. Now Kopke kind of faded a little bit as they...
Down the front stretch, Trey Mills showing the way. Smith in that second spot. Kopke not going away quietly, but all of a sudden not making any strides anymore, Bob.
No, he isn't. Mikey Kopke's got really close to Brendan Smith there at the beginning of the restart, but he's kind of settled into that third spot. Actually, not much of a change over the top 3. However, in that fourth spot, that number 19 machine of Donnie Gray might be reeling in Mikey Kopke there for the third spot. Gray with a good run going. And look at Jackson Heiss, the youngster, the 13-year-old, started shotgun in the field. He's in the top 5.
Yeah, Heiss all of a sudden has made a name for himself, bringing Sparkman out of turn number 4. See if the 388 has anything for the front runners. Not sure that's going to happen, as it looks like Gerald Stepp's going to go another lap down here from the 12-year-old. That is so hard to say. The 12-year-old coming down for 4 to go.
Trey Mills continues with an awesome performance. Brendan Smith hanging on to second. Mikey Kopke going to try to work on the inside of the lap car. Donnie Gray within 4 car lengths of Kopke. That would be for third. It'll be 3 to go this time by for Trey Mills.
Donnie Gray starting to make a late race charge going after the number 12 of Kopke, and he's not that far behind, maybe 5 car lengths at best. I don't think anybody has anything for Mills. Mills looks awful solid here.
It's going to be double sticks this time by Wild Child with the 2 to go for Trey Mills. Mills got 1 more mile to go, and he's going to bag yet another feature event in the 2020 season here at VSP.
So down the back stretch into turn number 3, Trey Mills smooth sailing through the 4th corner. Wild Child will give him the white flag 1 more time around this half-mile high bank racetrack, and it is all Trey Mills tonight.
Trey Mills for the final time down the back straightaway, heading off into turn number 3.
Down the back stretch and down the front stretch is your winner.
He's got the winner's hat on. Here he comes, folks. Trey Mills, your 602 late model feature event winner. Buddy, you're amazing. We meet here once again in Victory Lane. Tell us about your hot rod. You're doing double duty here tonight, but you got 1 out of the way. You're 1 for 1. Trey, you're amazing at 12 years old. Tell these race fans about your hot rod.
Yeah, the car was phenomenal. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, Fitz H&R Racing Engines, Fitz Factory Inc., Mills Concrete, and just everybody who helps, and all my family for coming out to the track, and all the fans for coming here and supporting me.
Tell you what, you are doing an outstanding job. So you're going to run the Florida Late Model, your other car here tonight. You're starting on the pole. What's going through your mind about this race is done, this one's history. You got 1 more to run tonight. What's going through your mind?
I'm just hoping I can just stay out front and hit my marks and just come back to Victory Lane.
All right, well, we're going to have a date right back here. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice hand for Trey Mills, your 602 late model feature event winner.